voice actors of Sea of Thieves are something that literally everyone I know wants to know about, but not many people do actually know who they are. I made a video a little while back about them and how many we knew at the time, but that has since been outdated because thanks to the help of the brilliant John McMurtry, I've been sent over a full list of voice actors in Sea of Thieves. Now, whilst it doesn't contain 100% of them, like the ones at the Outpost stores, it does contain all the main characters, the most prominent characters in the Sea of Thieves, Tall Tales, and around the world. So let's just get straight into it. But before we do, I did just want to say, A Pirate's Carol starring John McMurtry and featuring Sea of Concepts has released, and it's getting to Christmas, so if you haven't already, please do go check it out. Links in the top right in the description. It's such an awesome film. So many creative and wonderful people worked on it, like a person called Playthrough, and I do hope I'm pronouncing that right, is a really awesome guy and was the director of photography, so the person who filmed all of A Pirate's Carol, and he has his own channel as well, which he creates Sea of These machinima films on, and they're really, really awesome, so please go to check him out. Links in the description again, as he's relatively small and he deserves a lot more attention than he's getting, so thanks Playthrough again for that, but without further ado, let's just get into the video.
With nearly half of all violent crime in East Lancashire influenced by alcohol, make sure your night out doesn't leave you behind the wrong sort of bars.
That's right,
yeah. And you do the whole thing, do you do the whole...
We do the whole buns night. Don't do a big formal thing, you know what I mean? But we do a buns night.
You did OD.
Exactly. Oh, God, I couldn't be bothered with that.
It's a long day.
No, but we started doing it. We bought a house, my wife and I, thanks to Mr. Tagger, were able to afford...
God bless him.
God bless.
I'm Mia, your combat liaison. We're going to run you through a combat test today. Standard procedure. The test isn't hard. We just put 100 of you in an abandoned holiday camp and order you to fight to the death. I'm kidding. Who'd do that?
You're wrong to think that your problems began with you. The ever-blooming flower was created long before your barony was founded. I prepared my weapon long in advance, having no idea what I would turn it against. Everything has a price.
Betwixt mine eye and heart a league is took, and each doth good turns now unto the other. When that mine eye is famished for a look, or heart in love with sighs himself doth smother, with my love's picture then my eye doth feast, and to the painted banquet bids my heart.
I found you as a morsel cold upon dead Caesar's trencher. Besides what hotter hours, unregistered in vulgar fame, you have luxuriously picked out. For I am sure that you can guess what temperance should be. You know not what it is.
Wherefore is this?
To let a fellow that will take rewards and say, "Go quit you," be familiar with my playfellow, your hand.
Guys, reality check. Harry, it's not gonna happen.
Shut up.
Hey. Daddy just put another pig in the bag. Ouch.
My name is Ed Stoppard and I'm playing King Philip.
The Queen and I were married in this church. She was just a girl then.
Philip and his wife Joan, they were barely into their teens when they were married. And in the initial years of that marriage, I think they had a very close, loving relationship.
Projecting myself on screen, and Billy used to josh with me. He's like, you're not giving the camera enough. You know, he said, look at Ned, you know, who kind of eats up scenes, and you know, he's very, very sure about where the camera is, and he's wonderful to watch. You know what I mean? I suppose.
I play Mrs. Jenkins and lots of other characters as well. The story moves so quickly, so we need to inhabit as many different characters as we possibly can to make it all come to life and make it magical. They're really gruesome and outlandish characters, so I can go as big as I like without taking away from the story.
The All the World's a Stage speech really comes out of what Duke Senior says, because Duke Senior says, "Thou seest, we are not all alone unhappy." When the other people come on stage, we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theatre. So he brings in the idea of theatre, presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play.
Yoren is protective towards Arya, well, because he was entrusted, you know, her care was entrusted to him by her father, Ned Stark, who I think Yoren held in very high regard. I think he feels her pain, you know, and he's attempting to ease it for her somewhat, just trying to let her know that there's somebody else who understands what she's going through.
I'm playing Raquel in part 1. Raquel is a dissolute bandit highwayman drunk in possession of fern seed and the certain belief that it'll make him invisible.
I just think the West End brings so much to London as a city. I think theatre brings a lot as well. I think it connects people, it connects audiences, it connects countries. It's a great thing to be part of. So it's nice to be able to celebrate it because it's hard work too.
No, but I did start watching people because there are certain mannerisms people have. I mean, I can't
TV
believe.
presenters have? What do we do?
Well, it's I
we
don't know.
preen.
There's a lot of this goes on.
Oh yeah.
So, but I just think the concentration required is extraordinary, and it's very different from acting. And I can see there's lots of things going on in your mind. You know, you're getting lots of information. So it was a really interesting bit of research.
Eating a big apple for breakfast at Tiffany's while dancing to the Beastie Boys.
Even if Memo Film decided to develop this, they'd never do anything useful with it. We could do amazing things with this technology. Especially if you work with us. You can find a way to take it away.
He's after morphine. Just because he's got a nice tie on and a soft accent doesn't mean he's on the level.
I was about to examine him.
Yeah, well, let's do that then, shall we? He's an addict. Tried this a few times at my old place.
Yes, I play Marta, who's Kate's sister, who Amelia Clark plays, and Emma Thompson is our mother. We've got a fractious, sort of Fleabag-esque, but, you know, familiar to lots of people, sibling-sister relationship. We don't really get on that well. But that's part of many triggers, hopefully, that for Kate, Amelia Clark's character, that help her to welcome the Christmas spirit, to put it vaguely, because I don't want to give away the film. Yeah, so it's just a great big slice of Christmas cheer and hopefully heartwarming and funny.
Here beginneth the migrant his tale. In Syria, once upon a time, dwelt a company of rich merchants, trustworthy and true. We are sitting on the second floor of a corner office in Birmingham. This is an area of white shirts and Pink Floyd streaks. Metal blinds are all down. I put the chocolate cake I've brought for Aziz on the coffee table connecting the three of us, and it feels inappropriate. Cream over pain.
They threaten you and your family.
Fine. Thought that might be the
kind
case.
Of works.
Yeah, and you have to sign lots of documents. And
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I have to go around in a wig and glasses and stuff. I did actually, when we were filming, I did have to go around in a wig and glasses with my hood up and. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, just
Goodness
in case.
me. And do you get scripts in different names and stuff like that, so people know?
Yeah, it's all printed on every page, so that if you are careless,
you get into trouble.
then they go, that's your script.
The fabric of the building and what this theatre is and what it stood for ages is still here, and that's really exciting and melded in with this wonderful new modern take on what theatre can be. Going on stage is really exciting. You can stand on there, and much as I love the old courtyard, in the courtyard you had to really ping it against one wall for another wall to hear it, whereas here you can stand on stage and you can hear a pin drop anywhere you go.
Yeah, that was that. Not worried about it. It's just another year, and it'll still be there. And I get to spend a whole other year just relaxing and getting myself together with you.
When New Covent Garden Soup talk about freshness, we could be talking about a number of things.
I am a Frenchman. We created the language of love, the pleasure of passion.
Mr. Branston is leaving the club now with a bit of toddy.
She, a daughter of nature, he, as cold as steel.
What information do you have?
Not a lot, but I'm sure you've heard about this mystery illness going around down there.
Mysteron illness, Captain?
Could be, Lieutenant, we don't know yet. With 70% less saturated fat than butter? No wonder it's utterly irresistible.
Hey guys, so I'm live with no announcement because I wanted to, I'm sorry it took so long, but there were a bunch of shout outs that I promised that I would give for the EMERICK pictures that were signed on Streamly.com. So here I am. I wrote down all your names, and so I'm just going to give a quick shout out, and then you can take a snippet if you like, or take a sound bite.
I think probably doing the last one in Australia, because all of us knew each other very well by then. So it was kind of like getting a family back together again, you know? And also Australia's a fantastic place in which to film. And we were out there for 3 months, so we spent a lot of time drinking and shooting pool and, you know, enjoying our time out there.
Rehearsing a new play at the moment, which is going to go on at the Soho Theatre there, which is a new play commissioned by the Royal Shakespeare Company, and it's about football.
Really?
Yeah. So it's called Fit and Proper People, and it's about all aspects of football. It's from the grassroots, you know, the fans, down to the corporate sponsorship, players getting paid lots of money, foreign money coming into it, and it's a brilliant play.
So I play Isabel, and Isabel is perhaps the only friend that Thomas particularly has at work, and you feel certainly at the beginning that she's kind of taking him under her wing a bit, and she's incredibly ambitious herself and wants to do really well in the company and has worked very hard to where she's got to. So she kind of imparts a bit of knowledge and you know, appears to be kind of giving Thomas a bit of a helping hand.
It's time to be heard, Birmingham. This great city is home to over 1 million people, nearly half of which are under 30. We have one of the youngest populations in Europe, a cultural melting pot from across the world, speaking over 100 different languages, something that runs deep into our history.
If we were the sole survivors of a zombie apocalypse, and you were bitten and transformed into a walking corpse, I wouldn't even pick up my assault shotgun. I'd just let you take a bite out of me, because I'd rather be undead forever with you than alive alone without you.
That does now bring us to the end of the video, so I hope you guys really found this enjoyable. I know I did researching it. It was really interesting to just look at the different voice actors and find out about them, especially since some of them do actually sound like their characters. So thank you, big thank you to John McMurtry for sending me the list of these all. And remember to go and check out A Pirate's Carol and, of course, Playthrough's channel. But that is the end of the video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please remember to leave a like. And if you're new around here, why not consider subscribing? I do all sorts of Thieves content, gameplays, soundtracks, and all that good stuff. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.